My countrymen, this is Eli Veles Lao Pamatong, the Jury President of the Republic of the Philippines. And once again, I have come to you to make a restatement of my one-sentence formula to the COVID problem which is confronting the country today. I thought that after repeating my presentations for more than 100 times, the leadership of this country will listen and apply my solution, my formula. Because had my formula been applied, there would be no COVID problem today. It would have been finished already. I would like to emphasize one thing before I proceed. The problem with us is that for the illness of 1% of 108 million, 1% of 1%, the entire country has been reduced into a national penitentiary, into a concentration camp, where both the sick and the healthy people are lumped together and punished together for the illness of 1%. The solution is very simple. Very, very simple. It's a common sense solution. You don't have to be a genius to solve the problem. What we have to do is gather all the infected persons, gather all the COVID-infected persons, which is less than 1%, put them in one island, like Bohol or Palawan, put all of them within 42 hours, within 1 day or 2 days, and then the problem will stop. Do not punish the 99% who are healthy and strong. Because if you do not bring them into one island and isolate them hermetically, they will be contaminating the healthy ones. Just like if you put one bad apple in a basket, the entire group of apples inside the basket, all the apples inside the basket, even the good ones will be contaminated and they will all be rotten. That is what is going on in the Philippines today. Hundreds, if not thousands, are being infected because the bad apples are inside the country. They are not being isolated. So to repeat, I think you need to understand this very well. Gather all the infected persons. Gather all the COVID-infected persons, which be less than 200,000. Put them all in Palawan, lock them down, treat them, and don't allow them to go out, and leave the entire Philippines to the healthy ones, to the negatives, which constitute 99% of the population. And the problem will be solved. What is going on is totally insane. Totally insane, I repeat. It's a childish solution. Why mixed the positives and the negatives and metaphorically cause short circuit, contaminate the good ones? This is a recipe for national suicide, recipe for omnicide. But of course I understand that since the President Duterte, who admitted he's insane, promised to kill 3 million Filipinos, maybe he found this as an occasion. He found this as an occasion to implement his program of genocide on the pretext of locking them down. That is what's going on. And worse, Duterte is using the crisis to get money from the government, about 257 billion. Allegedly, that money will be used to solve the COVID problem. But where is the 257 billion now in the pocket of Duterte? Why? Because the people are hungry. They are starving. And the money that are being coursed through the local government are also being malversed by the government officials. And what would reach the masses, the common person, is only a very, very small amount of the 257 billion pesos that have been allocated for the purpose. So again, my friends, I repeat, again and again I repeat, the problem today is very simple. We are making it very difficult because we refuse to understand that the only way to contain the COVID problem is to get all the infected persons, positively infected, gather them in one island like Palawan. Look at this. The red triangle is Palawan. The red triangle. Put all the COVID-infected persons inside the red triangle hermetically. Lock them down, treat them to the best you can, treat them, and return them only to the folds of society once they are healed. Then leave the entire Philippines completely free, business as usual. What's happening is that you have reduced the entire country into a national hospital, into a national penitentiary, into like a Gulag archipelago of Solzhenitsyn. And everybody is suffering because they are contaminating each other. They are contaminating each other. We are contaminating each other because we are so stupid, so crazy, that we are not segregating or isolating those who are sick among us. It is that simple, I repeat. Put all the sick persons in the red triangle and leave the entire Philippines to the healthy ones so they can go on with their normal course of business daily. They can exercise their freedom. What's going on is that the government is practically dead. The people cannot assert the rights because there is no court of law open. The judges are all hiding. Everybody is hiding. Everybody is coward because they are not using their brain. You, Mr. Duterte, I am beginning to doubt whether you are still capable of even taking care of yourself. We are dealing here with a very serious problem affecting the whole country, but you cannot be found. Once in a while you hold conferences and it appears that you are also infected. You are also carrying the virus because those who met you or talked to you seem to be having infected, carrying viruses. So again, at the risk of being repetitious, gather all sick persons afflicted or infected with COVID-19, put them in one island, in the red triangle, and leave the entire Philippines to the 99% who are not sick or healthy to go on with business as usual. If the world will only listen to me, if the world will only listen to me, the whole world will be COVID-free in less than a week. The whole world, the United States, the United Kingdom, Russia, Australia, the whole world, China, will be COVID-free if they will only listen to me. But they are not listening. No one is listening. What we should do in case of the world problem is to reduce or concentrate all the sick people throughout the world in one area, like in Alaska, like in Siberia. You will notice in this diagram which I am presenting to you, all arrows point to one island. If we can unite, act as one, then all countries in the world, all the military planes, commercial planes, will bring all the sick people in one island like Siberia or Alaska, lock them there, treat them as kindly as possible, and leave the entire world to do the normal course of business. It is as simple as that. But for an unseen enemy, the whole world panic. The whole world panic for an unseen enemy because they are not using their brain. They may be rich, the Americans may be rich, the Russians may be rich, But I tell you, with due respect, they are stupid. Because for a very, very simple problem, the whole world is being endangered. The whole world is at a cliff, at the precipice of total obliteration, of total extinction. I think I have made that very clear. Again, I will repeat. Gather all COVID-infected persons in the Philippines as fast as you can, using the fastest planes, commercial planes. Put them in Palawan, lock them there, treat them well, lock them there, and leave the entire Philippines to the healthy ones, which is 99% of the population, which we call the negatives. The positives, leave them in Palawan. Internationally, we can all agree to reduce Siberia or Alaska into an isolation camp, quarantine camp for the whole world, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Germany, from United Kingdom, from Africa, from Latin America. Put them there in Siberia or in Alaska. All sick people in the world, put them there and leave the entire world to those who are strong to go on with business as usual. I think I cannot make it more clear than that. I cannot make it clearer than that. And just in case you forget, gather all the sick persons, put them in one area, either in one area in the world or one area in your country, lock them there hermetically, and leave the rest of the country or the world to the strong ones, to live in freedom from fear, to do their business as usual, to defend themselves, to defend their rights, to pursue their dreams and visions. My countrymen, my fellow citizens of the world, I think I have said enough. Thank you and good day.